My fellow members of Blue Key annually select a member of the CSC faculty to provide a greeting at Ivy Day. Dr. Kib Madsen, a professor in the Family and Consumer Science Department, who will retire later this spring, is the individual who has been asked to speak with us this evening. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Madsen.
President Patterson, Dr. O'Reilly, royalty, honored students, and guests. I appreciate the invitation to share a part of my story and offer some encouraging thoughts as we celebrate you and your academic achievement. What a great day this is. You have reached a goal and are excited for the next step. The future is in front of you. Some of you know exactly where you're going and what you're going to do, and others are yet to figure it out. Regardless of where you are today, the door is open for a new adventure and a new chapter in your own story. As I prepared for this message, I took some time to reflect on my life and professional career. I identified 3 themes that I believe motivated and influenced me to be where I am, both personally and professionally. The first theme is bloom where you're planted. I've been fortunate, very fortunate, to live my entire life in the same location, on the same road, in our 5th generation family farm and ranch in rural Dawes County. I remember like it was yesterday how excited I was to finish high school and to begin an adventure in college to fulfill my lifelong dream of becoming a teacher. After reaching one academic goal, I began another. I was excited to attend CSC and take classes in the Burkheiser Technology Complex, named after my grandfather, Donald M. Burkheiser. I had excellent advisors, mentors, and role models, guiding and encouraging me along the way, providing the resources I needed to help me be successful. I always enjoyed school, but learning did not come easy for me. I have to be honest. I struggled to understand content, working hard, spending hours finding ways to complete assignments the best way I knew how. I remember distinctly one assignment that truly changed my life forever. I was asked to read a biography of a real person. I chose Temple Grandin's book, Thinking in Pictures. Because of Temple's story, a whole new world opened for me, and I discovered a way to make learning more meaningful in my own sort of way, including pictures and visuals. Visual mind mapping has become my lifesaver. Like 65% of the population, I learn the most when my brain can process information and build connections to real-life experiences. This may not be new to you, but it certainly was to me. It was revolutionary in my time and my educational journey. I had discovered how I learn best as a visual learner, thinking in pictures. Perhaps like me, your experiences in life and in your academic career empowered you to recognize your own style for learning. And you can relate to what Confucius said in 451 BC. What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. As an educator, it has always been a priority to honor and respect the diversity of learners, keeping in mind that we're all unique and make sense of the world in different ways. I truly hope that you have discovered how you learn best as you strive to reach your next goal. After completing the required coursework and student teaching, I remember the day I completed my undergraduate degree, walking across the stage here at CSC. I remember clearly my advisor came up to me after graduation. She gave me a big smile and a few final words of advice. She said, "Don't teach unless you have to." I knew because a very strong passion and desire within me to share what I knew with others, teaching is truly what I had to do. And I felt I could do anything that I set my mind to do. By this time, I was married to my high school sweetheart and knew we would likely stay in the area near our family. So it became important for me to find a way to bloom where I was planted. I hope you too have the opportunity wherever you are to be planted, to enjoy that opportunity and appreciate the community and what they have to offer for you. The commitment to bloom wherever you are is important. Keep in mind, home is where you make it. And be kind. Everyone is climbing their own mountain. This leads me to my second theme, faith and family, being at the right place at the right time. I believe I've been led to experience the joy of learning and the excitement for teaching through opportunities that came at just the right time in my life. I was proud of myself, grateful to my family, thankful for the opportunities and resources that helped me accomplish another goal. At this time in my life, I took some time to raise a family. Little did I know at the time that raising 3 children was my first teaching assignment and the most important lifelong career I could ever have. I had the opportunity to put everything I had learned in life and my educational experiences to the test as a wife, a mother, a partner, member of a community, role model, and domestic engineer. My role as a parent reinforced the real power of prayer, the art of multitasking, valuing time, the innate ability to think critically, creatively, make decisions, and solve problems. Patience, persistence, and compassion. Finding joy in the simple things in life, like laughter, nature, and even my own mistakes. And I realized that no one is perfect. I remembered what my grandfather Burkheiser once told me: all I could do was my best at any given time. I believe I was in the right place at the right time. Of all the things in my life I've accomplished and experienced, I am most proud of being a parent and a grandparent now. After my 3 children were all in school, I felt led to go back to school to continue my story, build upon a desire to be a lifelong learner, and my dream of teaching by completing a master's degree. I was fortunate to be back on the CSC campus in the Burkheiser Technology Complex with faculty in home economics, now called Family and Consumer Sciences, industrial technology, which was a huge department at that time, and agriculture. Immediately upon my enrollment, I was asked to assume a graduate assistant position, giving me the opportunity to write grants and teach courses in FCS and career and technical education. I was so excited. Not only was I going to get to teach, but I was going to get paid to do it. How great is that? So exciting. And once again, I felt like I was in the right place at the right time. During that time, a part-time instructor moved, so I was asked and felt led to assume the teaching duties. Not long after I began teaching part-time, some restructuring in the Family Consumer Science program led to a full-time teaching position, paired with the directorship of the CSC Child Development Center, our early childhood lab here on campus. I am sure my story is much like yours. It took a lot of hard work, sleepless nights, balancing family, work, and community service, a lot of dedication, and a strong commitment to never give up. Throughout my career, I have always been intrigued by and tried to follow the lessons from the geese. Lessons about teamwork, supporting one another, maintaining priorities, respecting our differences, and a commitment to a common goal. I love teaching and learning, but my inner drive as a lifelong learner compelled me to strive to do more. I continued my full-time teaching and full-time directorship duties while focusing on a growth mindset, believing in myself, being open to new ideas, always striving to learn more, and never giving up on my dream. I enrolled and took courses at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in the doctoral program. And for 2 years, I focused my study on educational administration, curriculum, learning styles, and multiple intelligence. Once again, I felt like I was at the right place at the right time. This leads me to my third theme in my life and professional career. Where there's a will, there's a way. I've always tried to live my life focusing on the positive. However, as life goes, my teaching and commitment to providing students valuable learning experiences sometimes was met with a challenge. New ideas were sometimes sloughed off or met with, "We've never done it that way. It won't work. There's no money. It takes too much effort or resources," and on and on. Every time I was told I couldn't do something, I was compelled to show myself that I could, and was determined to find a way. I can honestly say that every time I set a goal, I accomplished it. For example, for 35 of my 42 years teaching, I was determined to bring internationally known speakers from all over the United States to Chadron State College in western Nebraska, so students like you would have the opportunity to experience high-quality professional development with limited travel and cost. So, in February 2025, I'm proud to say that we held our 35th Excellence in Early Childhood Conference here on CSC campus. Even though it was challenging, I believe it was important for students to experience field trips, trainings, visitations to other programs, workshops, community service, state and national conferences. So for 42 years, I organized such opportunities. The more involved I became in state and national leadership, it became essential to support guidelines demonstrating high-quality early childhood education. So for 24 of my 42 years, I was able to combine my teaching with the directorship of the CSC Child Development Center, the lab leading the way to the national accreditation status and the national certification for the Nature Explore outdoor play-based learning lab and environment. A big part of my teaching involved exposing students to new and unique ideology, theory, philosophy, and culturally diverse experiences. So I initiated and found funding to support collaborative student-led projects at CSC, open to the campus and community, free of charge. These student-led community service projects involve bringing internationally renowned speakers such as Temple Grandin, Mary Kay Mueller, Holly Hoffman, Mark Lindquist, Dr. Tim Elmore, Nick Scott, and most recently in 2024, Amberly Snyder, just to name a few. You will face challenges in your life, making it difficult for you to fulfill your goals at times. I believe with every challenge comes an opportunity. I also believe that it's important to face the challenges in life, be open to new opportunities, and most of all, never give up. With a lot of prayers, positive self-talk, and the ability to be resourceful, I believed and focused on the positive. Where there's a will, there's a way. I pray that you too will be motivated to take risks, challenge yourself to try new ideas, be open to looking at new perspectives, and are willing to take the responsibility to do the things that bring you joy, happiness, and service to others by believing where there's a will, there's a way. For 42 plus years, I've lived my dream of the joy of teaching and learning. I tried each day to focus on what was best for children, my students, and families. to follow my passion to be a lifelong learner, open to new ideas, and reminding myself each day to be grateful for the simple things in life, humbling myself to always appreciate the compassion, support, and generosity of those who believed in me and supported me along the way. I hope you too will strive to be a lifelong learner and demonstrate your gratitude to those who believed in you. In closing, I hope you remember these words of encouragement. You are in charge of your own happiness. Never give up. Most of all, believe in yourself. Anything is possible. Throughout my career, my faith has guided me. I pray you will bloom where you are planted. Be at the right place at the right time. And be motivated to do what you set your mind to do. Where there's a will, there's a way. Remember, you are at the beginning of a new adventure and a new chapter in your own story. I believe the best part of your story is yet to come. Soar, eagles.